Basic Architect. So, we're out here at our farmhouse on the rails project, and I've had a number of questions, and I actually have a couple clients that were asking about tilt-turn windows, lift and slide doors. So we're going to do a whole video just talking about the operation of tilt-turn windows and the lift and slide door. So we're down here. You can see we have one of our Schuco windows. This is a UPVC window. It's white on the inside, triple glazed. This is a fixed unit with an operable sash here. You can see the grill here is actually in between the glass, and we have the hardware here. It's not fully installed, but I grabbed a piece out of the box so that we can demonstrate the operation. Obviously, we would have the back side of that would get screwed in, and then we have the cap on here, etc., etc. But it's certainly enough to get us started. So we have the white hardware on the white window here. We have the color on the outside is an anthracite gray. So you have the ability to change the colors. They could all be the same color. We could have pretty much different colors of components. You know, the beauty of it is it's made to order, right? So triple glazed, we have the sash here, and again, we have the strike side here, the hinge side here with our hinges. This could also be hinge side on this side, strike side on that side. It is all up to what do you want. Now, this is the kitchen sink window. You can see the plumbing there. So typically, I always put a fixed window there because you're inevitably going to have some kind of faucet here. The faucet's going to have a big gooseneck. It's going to have the on and off handles. You don't want an operable window here that runs into it. So I push the operable window off to the side so that we get that nice fixed window at the center. So let's talk about the operation. The windows here, these are tilt turn. So they turn in for the ease of cleaning, not for ventilation purposes. Ventilation purposes are where the tilt function comes into play. So the down position, the window's locked. If I rotate that 90 degrees, it becomes in the turn position. If I pull the window open, and this is a wire for the, pre-wired for the security system, you can see the window turns in. I get the ease to clean the window. The grill is between the glass, and you can see we have that beautiful anthracite gray finish on the outside there. You can see the multiple points that we're locking this window against on the inside here, where those that hardware just rides in there and basically draws that weather stripping against the frame here, as well as the sash against the weather stripping on those two seals. A couple other points of interest is you can see the weep holes on the inside there. The window is made so that if any water gets into the system, there's weep holes on each side of the window unit to bleed that water out on the outside there. So that's the tilt version, right? Now, one of the things about the tilt version that people have asked is, what if we wanted to use it to ventilate? Is there a way to restrict that movement? Yes, and also there is a way to restrict that movement if, say, you had this window on the second floor and you didn't want the kids to open it and fall out. There's a thing called a sash limiter. We don't have it on here. It basically attaches to the bottom here, and it allows the window to open about that much. And then basically you just have to go under there and pop that clip off and basically get it to open freely like this. But it limits the opening of the sash. So if we close it and I rotate that handle 90 degrees more, then you'll see the window basically falls inward. It falls inward about 7 inches. And if we come over here, actually, you get a really good understanding of the venting option there. So you can see how the hardware, the hinge kicks out, holds that in place. The bottom hinge here is also hinged for that tilting option. And as I stand here, I'm getting a nice breeze coming in through the window here. But for a European window, this is the open mode, right? The venting mode. Now the other beauty of this is any water that comes on my window rolls down, goes into that system, and basically weeps out of the system. So That's the tilt, or this is the tilt. We just went over the turn version. If I take this and push that window back up and rotate this 180 degrees, you'll see how this joint closes up nice and neat. All of the window sash gets drawn in against there, and this becomes an airtight, weather-tight approach to air sealing there. So, let's jump over here and we'll go through and review lift and slide door. So, we have a lift and slide door here, again, made to order. Lift and slide door is basically a fixed frame and then an operable sash. Now, the beauty of this is the operable piece, we can make any size up to about half of the overall unit size, because beyond that, obviously, we don't have room to park it, and it's just going to infringe on the opening, so it doesn't make sense to make it bigger than half, but you can make it upwards in half. The one thing I caution you about, and you can see here, this is probably on the order of a 12-footer with a 4-foot operable and an 8-foot piece there. After these operable pieces, the actual piece that slides gets beyond about 4 feet. They start getting very, very heavy. I mean, this sash here with the triple glazing, I would guess it's probably closing in on 500 pounds or so at 4 foot at this height. So, it's a lock unit right now, right? You can see it's not going anywhere. But the minute I take this handle and I rotate it around 180 degrees, you'll notice that the bottom of the door basically lifts up and the door gets set on a pair of wheels, right? So as I rotate this, you can see it moves, but it also lifts up. Now, the whole reason for lift and slide is we just lifted it, now we can slide it, right? And we can move it with ease. I mean, we need to get a little bit of work done on that rail there, get it all cleaned up. But now you can see, and then we have, you know, a screen door attachment on the outside. It can be an accordion screen, it can be a roll screen. There's a whole bunch of options there. But the beauty of this too is you can stop it. Say you had the screen in there and you said, hey, I don't want the dog to get out, but I want it to vent. You can go right here and then you can lift the handle and notice the whole door fell. So now the full dead weight of the door is down on the bottom. It's not on wheels. And if I put my weight behind this, like I can move it 1/4 of an inch at a time, but you know, your 4-year-old son is not coming over here and pushing that door open. So it can be worked as a doggy gate, baby gate. If you just wanted that little piece and then have the screen enclosed on it, and then to ultimately close it, we lift it up, and you can see here, we have these barrels that the door engages on and basically connects to there. So when this thing slides over, it comes over, and then the minute I rotate this, it drops down. The door's now fully weight on that gasket down below, providing the air seal. This gets drawn in against those metal brackets there, and we have a nice air sealed system that's locked. So that's your European tilt turn window. That's your lift and slide door, basics of both. So anyways, I'm Steve Basic Architect. We're out here at the farmhouse on the rails, and that's our little window and door video. So until next time, long live our buildings.